Welcome to Red Hair Travel Channel. Today we're exploring London and its 25 best things to do. London is a destination that calls to every traveler. For me it has been a dream since childhood when I first opened my English textbook and read London is the capital of Great Britain. After many years I'm finally here and I'm excited to share with you my 25 best things I did in London that you absolutely can't miss, including day trips to Oxford, Stonehenge and the Cotswolds. Whether you are planning your first trip or returning to explore more, this video will help you make the most of your London adventure. We'll start with one of the city's most iconic and historic landmarks, the Tower of London. It was founded by William the Conqueror in 1066, and for over 1,000 years this fortress has been home to the crown jewels, royal ceremonies and some of the darkest moments in British history. Many famous prisoners were held in the Tower of London, including Thomas More, Guy Fawkes and Queen Anne Boleyn. The tower is home to the crown jewels, which are used in royal ceremonies such as coronations, and these treasures are guarded 24/7. Although the grounds of the Tower of London may seem small, there are numerous buildings and exhibitions, so you'll need several hours to explore it. Many legends surround this place, but one of the most famous is about the ravens. The story goes that if the ravens leave the tower, both it and the kingdom will fall. There is a special person in the tower who takes care of the ravens. If you want to visit this beautiful historic place, you need to buy tickets in advance. I also highly recommend taking a guided tour or self-guided tour at the entrance. Another famous attraction you'll find nearby is Tower Bridge. It's very photogenic and fun to walk across. The construction of Tower Bridge began in 1886. There is a historical exhibition inside the towers and glass walkways on top. On the other side of the River Thames there is one of my favorite viewpoints of the city, Fields Park, with panoramic views of Tower Bridge, the Tower of London and the modern financial district. It's a great spot for photo shoots and especially magnificent at night. And it's also a great place to eat. The restaurant Ivy offers fantastic interior, great views and a wonderful English breakfast to fuel you for the whole day. London has a long and rich history in finance, playing a crucial role in global trade and banking for centuries. The London Stock Exchange is one of the oldest and most important stock exchanges in the world. The financial district represents London's economic heart. It's a mix of historic buildings, converted industrial spaces and modern skyscrapers. It's a fun place to be during the weekdays for people watching. As one of the famous writers once aptly noted, we can endlessly watch three things: the fire, the water and the people working. There are two amazing lookouts in the financial district, Horizon 22 and the Sky Garden. Both are completely free. They're very popular, so be sure to book your free tickets online in advance and enjoy the best views of the city. By the way, if you want to discover more free and fun things to do in London, as well as how to organize your trip and see all the top attractions in just a few days, I highly recommend downloading my London Itinerary. I've created a detailed daily schedule that includes delicious food recommendations, the best tourist spots, hidden gems, advice on where to stay in London, how to prepare for a trip, and other useful travel tips. You can find the link below this video. Buckingham Palace. This historic royal residence has been the official home of the British monarch since Queen Victoria's reign in the 19th century. Today it continues to serve as the heart of the British monarchy. Every day Buckingham Palace attracts thousands of visitors eager to witness the changing of the guard. This is how it normally looks like, but I was lucky enough to be in London on the eve of King Charles's birthday and witness the rehearsal for the event. This annual tradition honors the British monarch with a military parade showcasing over 1,400 soldiers, 244 horses, 400 musicians and regimental flags. Typically, this happens in June, even though the King's actual birthday is in November. The King's Birthday Parade, or as it's also called Troop in the Colour, was introduced in 1805 and it's really spectacular. Welcome to St. James's Park, one of the best things to do in London that you absolutely can't miss. This green oasis is located right in the heart of the city. Dating back to the 16th century, the park was originally a royal hunting ground and was transformed into a public park in the 19th century by Queen Victoria. St. James's Park spans 23 hectares of lush greenery, offering stunning views of Buckingham Palace and the famous London skyline. It's home to the beautiful gardens, a picturesque lake, countless species of birds. It's also one of the the oldest royal park and has hosted numerous royal events over the centuries. And here is a fun fact: St. James's Park is home to the famous pelicans. These charming birds have lived here for over 350 years, ever since the Russian ambassador gifted them to the park in 1664. This was one of my personal London trip highlights. Westminster Abbey is one of London's most iconic landmarks. You have to buy a ticket online in advance to get inside, as it's very popular. Westminster Abbey was built in 1065 by King Edward the Confessor, and since 1066 it has been the place where all British monarchs have had their coronations. But it's not just a royal landmark. Westminster Abbey is also the final resting place for some of the most significant figures in British history, like Charles Darwin and Sir Isaac Newton. His tomb is among the most popular in the Abbey. The cathedral is done in amazing Gothic style, and even if you are not interested in the history of British rulers or their remains, it's worth visiting for the architecture alone. Traditional Gothic pointed arches, stunning colored stained glass, ribbed vaults, and ancient patterns. This ancient cosmetic mosaic pavement is where the coronation chair is placed and where the crowning has taken place for centuries. By the way, the chair itself is also here, and it's over 700 years old. According to the official website, Westminster Abbey is the final resting place for 30 kings and queens. Their tombs can be found nearby, so of course this place is haunted. Legend has it that the ghost of Queen Elizabeth I still roams the Abbey from time to time, so don't be surprised. Despite the tons of tourists and being a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Westminster Abbey is still used for royal occasions today. Prince William and Catherine Middleton were married here in 2011, and the Abbey continues to be the settling for royal jubilees and celebrations. Big Ben is a symbol of London. Officially known as the Elizabeth Tower, Big Ben is the nickname for the giant bell inside the tower, which weighs over 13 tons. Standing at 316 feet tall, it's one of the most famous clock towers in the world. You can book a tour inside Big Ben or enjoy the tower from one of the viewpoints on the other side of the Thames. My favorite is at St. Thomas Riverside Garden. Soho is the go-to district for a good time in London. Few areas of London are as steeped in history as this one. Cultural institutions are found on practically every corner, from historic drinking dens frequented by famous artists and writers to legendary gay bars and hallowed music venues. Whether you are looking for this historic charm, buzzing pubs, world-class theaters, or cozy cafes, Soho has it all. I love Soho for its incredible contrasts. One moment you are standing on a busy street full of people, and the next you turn the corner and find yourself in a peaceful, quiet courtyard with a cafe. Soho is my must-visit place for dinner. I really like the French Café Bohème and the Russian restaurant Zima. If you're traveling with kids, it's a must-visit museum in London. Adults will be equally mesmerized. I know I was. The museum's collection comprises almost 70 million specimens from all parts of the world. There is a stunning collection of minerals and gems, a human evolution section where you can explore how humans evolved over millions of years, and a dinosaur exhibit boasting one of the most impressive collections in the world. You also find mammal models, including the famous blue whale model that hangs from the ceiling, and many other exhibits. You'll need several hours to explore this amazing place, and the best part, it's completely free. You just need to book a ticket online in advance. Beyond being a museum, the Natural History Museum is also a scientific research institution. It houses one of the world's largest research collections, and scientists at the museum continue to study everything from biodiversity to paleontology. Kensington and Chelsea are two of the most prestigious and affluent districts in London, known for their luxurious homes, iconic landmarks, and rich history. Chelsea's history is more artistic. It was the favorite haunt of the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, Mary Quant, and Twiggy in swinging London of the 60s. King's Road, a fashionable hub, was the stomping ground for designers like Mary Quant and Vivienne Westwood. Kensington features stunning streets that are home to London's elite, including members of the British royal family. Kensington Palace, a royal residence since the 17th century, is where Queen Victoria was born. Today, it remains home to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William and Catherine. Don't forget Hyde Park, right next door to Kensington, offering over 350 acres of green space. It's one of London's largest and most famous parks. I recommend renting a bike and bringing some sandwiches for a picnic. You can spend some time at the lake or listen to the local performers at Speaker's Corner. This area has been a famous site for public speeches and debates since the 19th century. It will come as no surprise that these privileged districts have an excellent selection of Michelin-starred restaurants as well as outstanding shopping. The luxurious Harrods department store inside looks like a gallery, treasury and museum. The tea selection and book department are simply stunning. Another prestigious district in London gained worldwide fame thanks to the romantic film Notting Hill, starring Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant, and also thanks to its pastel-colored houses, which look great in Instagram photos. Heart of Notting Hill lies Portobello Road Market, one of the largest and most famous antique markets in the world. On any given day, the market is brimming with stalls offering antiques, second-hand clothes, fresh produce, vintage items, and unique crafts. The market has been a part of Notting Hill for decades, and it's a great spot to explore and find hidden treasures. Notting Hill is known for having very expensive real estate, with average home prices often exceeded £1 million. To be honest, the houses didn't impress me much, but the collection of Porsches on the street did. Maybe when you buy here property for such crazy money, they throw in a Porsche for free? If anyone knows, please explain in the comments. Attention food lovers! London boasts a special delicious spot steeped in history. Borough Market is one of the city's oldest trading sites. Records trace a market here back more than a millennium. The market itself traces its origins to the beginning of the 11th century. Over that long history, it has evolved from a medieval wholesale hub into the capital's best-known destination for artisan produce and street food. According to Google search data and social media mentions, Borough Market is now the most popular food market in the UK, so arrive hungry and be ready for the crowds. Let's talk about one of my favorite areas in London, King's Cross. It used to be a coal depots and grimy train yards, but today it's home to art schools, tech headquarters, trendy restaurants, public spaces, and a little bit of magic. If you're a Harry Potter fan, this is where you'll find platform 9 3/4. It's right inside the station. By the way, London also has a full-on Harry Potter experience Warner Brothers studio tour. I didn't make it there this time, but I visited the one in Tokyo and I absolutely loved it. The iconic King's Cross station opened in 1852, followed by the stunning Gothic masterpiece next door, St. Pancras. Nearby, there is the British Library, one of the largest libraries in the world, with a collection of more than 170 million items from around the globe and over 400 languages. It's also home to handwritten Beatles lyrics, Leonardo da Vinci's notebook, one of the oldest surviving copies of the Magna Carta, Shakespeare's first folio printed in 1623, and many other priceless treasures you can explore for free. Make sure to allow at least 60 minutes to visit the treasure gallery and spend a little time in the reading room too. Coldrop's Yard is a must-visit if you want to explore London like a local. I was genuinely surprised by how cool this place is and how few tourists were around. Originally built as coal warehouses, the site has been transformed into a modern retail space with over 50 shops, bars and restaurants. I had lunch at Caravan King's Cross and it was absolutely delicious. I even ran into a popular London TikToker there, so we can officially call the restaurant local approved. The coffee at Redemption Roasters was great too. Don't miss the charming floating bookshop near Granary Square. It has a great collection of classic literature, poetry and children's tales, and just 10 minutes walk in the little green space Gasholder Park with its mirrored walls, a perfect spot for a photo shoot. From King's Cross, you can explore one of the city's hidden gems, Regent's Canal towpath. It's a peaceful, traffic-free path that winds through London, lined with narrow boats, docks and converted warehouses. This stretch takes about 25 minutes on foot and it's full of character, perfect for a leisurely stroll. A quiet canal path will lead you to Camden Market, one of London's coolest and quirkiest places. Camden Market is a maze of vintage shops, art stalls and global street food. Thai, Colombian, Ethiopian, you name it. You'll find music, fashion and all sorts of things you didn't even know you needed. Grab a bite, then follow the road up to the Regent's Park, or you can take a kayak. This part of the canal is very picturesque. Regent's Park is where London slows down. It has wide green lawns, a peaceful lake, the oldest scientific zoo in the world and the oldest outdoor theatre. There is also a rose garden with over 12,000 roses blooming from late spring to summer. It smells absolutely amazing. If you still have energy left after this epic walk, it's just a 25-minute stroll from Regent's Park to one of the most famous streets for Beatles fans, Abbey Road, the very one from the iconic album cover. Art lovers should head straight to Trafalgar Square, and not just for the 52-meter-high monument of Admiral Nelson and his glorious history. Right behind Nelson sits one of the greatest collections in the world, and guess what? It's completely free to visit. Welcome to the National Gallery of London. Founded in 1824, it started with just 38 paintings. Today, the collection holds over 2,300 European works from different centuries. Manet's Water Lily Pond, Van Gogh's Sunflowers, Turner's Fight in Itinerary, Leonardo da Vinci's Virgin of the Rocks, and many other masterpieces. Before you leave, don't miss the astonishing floor mosaic in the main vestibule. You can continue your art journey and shift to the contemporary side with the Tate Modern. It opened in 2000 inside the former Bankside power station and quickly became one of the world's most famous modern art museums. You'll find works by Picasso, Dali, Andy Warhol and Kusama all under one roof. There are many rooms with jaw-dropping installations from giant radio towers to fog-filled labyrinths. These installations aren't just about admiring beauty. They make you think, feel, question and sometimes even play. Whether you are a die-hard modern art fan or just curious about what art looks like in the 21st century, Tate Modern is a must-see in London. Most of the exhibitions are completely free, and as a bonus there is a stunning view of the London skyline. London has one of the most vibrant nightlife scenes in the world, with something for every mood, from high culture to late-night dancing. There are over 230 theatres citywide, with 40 plus in the West End alone. These venues host iconic plays and musicals like The Mousetrap, Agatha Christie's, The Lion King musical, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and many more. Same-day tickets with discounts are available at the TKTS at Leicester Square or through apps like Today Tix. British humour is known all over the world. If you are visiting London, catching a live comedy show is a brilliant way to experience it firsthand. The Comedy Store is the most famous club in Soho. And there is the music. London's buzzing music scene offers everything from rock, pop and dance events to jazz, opera and classical music nights. If you have time, I highly recommend checking out the iconic 100 Club. It's time to explore hipster London. Spitalfields and Shoreditch are the city's most creative and colorful neighborhoods, with murals, markets, vintage shops and delicious gourmet bars. Victorian Spitalfields Market is another place with history. It was opened back in the 17th century. Here you'll find one-of-a-kind handmade items by independent artists, creative fashion and a diverse range of street food options. Spitalfields is a lively East End area, home to the large Bangladeshi community, as well as artists and creatives. These vibrant streets of the neighborhoods are covered with murals and graffiti by local and international artists. I highly recommend taking a walk to the neighboring Shoreditch area. In my opinion, it's even more stylish and interesting than the Spitalfields. This dynamic neighborhood is a hub for artists, foodies and anyone craving a unique experience. I felt like I was in an open-air gallery, so many beautiful murals, people setting up photo shoots in front of them, and some artists creating their next masterpiece. The atmosphere in the area is amazing and youthful. I wanted to visit every bar and restaurant along the way. But let's not get distracted by the food and go check out another tourist spot in London, Covent Garden. It's known for the Royal Opera House, diverse shopping street entertainment and dining. Of course you'll find a nice market there. Originally a fruit and vegetable market, this space now houses a mix of boutiques, art galleries and high-end stores. It's a great place to shop for unique gifts and fashion. In Covent Garden, you can enjoy all kinds of street performers, musicians, acrobats. Around every corner you can discover something interesting. My favorite is colorful Neal's Yard Street nearby. Did you know that in London there is the City of London, also known as the Square Mile? It's the oldest part of the city, dating back to Roman times. It also has its own Lord Mayor, laws and traditions. The City of London's population is about 9,000 people, but despite being so small, it's a very important historical and financial center. This is where you'll find the Financial District, London Stock Exchange, the Tower of London and St. Paul's Cathedral. St. Paul's Cathedral was designed by Sir Christopher Wren and completed in 1710. Its stunning dome is one of the largest in the world. It survived the Blitz during World War II, remaining mostly unscathed while much of London was bombed. It became a symbol of resilience and hope for the British people. Don't miss the beautiful Millennium Bridge nearby. It was opened in 2000 and is now a very popular attraction and a movie star. Another popular activity in London is taking a boat ride along the River Thames. There are many options like hop-on hop-off cruise, Uber boats, dining on the river and just regular boats to get from one side to another. London's story was written on the Thames and the view from the water is the quickest way to read it. Piers to remember: Westminster, Big Ben, Tower Pier, Greenwich, Bankside and London Eye. I especially want to highlight the London Eye. This Ferris wheel allows you to admire the city from a height of 135 meters while in a glass capsule. Join the locals at sunset on Parliament Hill in Hampstead Heath to enjoy a 360 views of the city's heartbeat, completely free. Locals jog, picnic and fly kites here all year round, turning the hill into London's communal backyard. Take a stroll through the neighbourhood around Hampstead Heath. The area is home to many celebrities including Benedict Cumberbatch, Tim Burton and Stephen Fry. Let's leave London for a while and hop on a train from the famous Paddington station to venture into the countryside. One of the most charming getaways from London is the Cotswolds, a cluster of storybook villages surrounded by picturesque green hills and fields. Burton-on-the-Water is among the most popular and beautiful. I share step-by-step instructions on how to get there by public transportation in my travel itinerary linked below this video. Most houses in Cotswold villages are built from the iconic honey-colored local limestone. Because the region lies within a protected national landscape, new buildings must blend in, so you can wander through streets that have looked virtually unchanged for centuries. Burton-on-the-Water delivers the quintessential Cotswold fantasy: golden stone cottages, a bubbling river and taste of English traditions within an easy day trip of London. Home to roughly 4,000 residents, it welcomes hundreds of thousands of tourists every year. I was enchanted by this place and its magical atmosphere. But even more than Cotswolds, I was utterly captivated by Oxford. It's stunning. Teaching is documented in Oxford as early as 11th century, making it the oldest university in the English-speaking world. Some of the buildings date back to the medieval era and blows my mind that people get to study in the midst of that living history every single day. There are more than 40 independent colleges in Oxford, each with its own crest. The Bodleian Library holds over 13 million volumes. It keeps a copy of every book and e-book published in Britain and Ireland. Harry Potter's Hogwarts was inspired by Oxford and many scenes from the film were shot here. You can experience it all just an hour from London. Book your tickets to the buildings well in advance. And if you make it to Oxford, I recommend checking out Moya restaurant. It's delicious. For our next destinations, we're gonna take a tour bus and explore two of the most famous ancient sites in the UK, Bath and Stonehenge. Visiting England without seeing Stonehenge felt like a crime to me. A mythical, mysterious monument with 4,500 years of history. How many kings has it witnessed? How much dust has it gathered? How many world events has it survived? Who built it? Why? When? Where did the stones come from? We still don't know. This place has more questions than answers. Even though tourists aren't allowed to step inside the circle and from a distance Stonehenge looks like ordinary rocks, its riddles still pull you like a magnet. Some of you might even find Stonehenge a bit disappointed, so I recommend combining the trip with a visit to the city of Bath. Bath is a charming city on the River Avon founded by the Romans around 2000 years ago, and it's famous for its stunning architecture and thermal spas. In the city center, the original Roman bathhouse complex has been preserved. You can't bath here anymore, but you can wander through the slice of the history. Because of this very complex, the city of Bath exists and is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Trust me, you'll love it. It's beautiful here, the food is great, and just walking around feels like you're in a Jane Austen novel. By the way, she actually lived here for a while. On that romantic note, I'm wrapping up my list of the 25 best things to do in London you can't miss. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and share your favorite places in London in the comments. See you on our next adventure. Bye!